In this episode, we are going to discuss how to see love marriage in palmistry. So let's get started. If you are new to this channel, please click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you will never miss out any update from this channel. Before discussing the combination, I want to tell you one thing. Love marriage only happens in India and Pakistan. In the West, people are free to choose any person to live with. In India and Pakistan, love marriage is still widely not accepted. In Pakistan and India, we still live in traditional family system, and mostly our future decided by either our family or our family members. And this is true for especially girls. In my opinion, any living person has right to choose or reject any person. So in this video, we are going to discuss 3 most common signs of love marriage in palmistry. If those signs are not present in your hand, it doesn't mean that you will not get a love marriage. Those are general indications. So keep in mind that. So let's first discuss where are marriage lines in hands. For marriage lines, you need to see mount of the Mercury. The horizontal lines on the edge of the mount of the Mercury are marriage lines. You can see it on your screen now how marriage line looks. If you have one line in this area, it means that you will marry one time in your life. If you have 2 lines in this area, it means you will marry twice in your lifetime. But in most cases, you will find that people have one strong line and one weak line before strong line. It shows that person have affair or engagement before marriage, and his affair and engagement will be not successful. It doesn't mean that if you have affair or engagement line before your marriage, you will not get into love marriage. What I'm telling you is just a basic. And the second thing you need to see in your hands is the mount of the moon. Why mount of the moon? Because mount of the moon represents our mind and influence of the other people in our life. And second thing you need to see in your hand is your mount of the moon. You can see it on your screen now where this mount is located. Why mount of the moon? Because mount of the moon represents our mind and influence of the other people in our life. This mount also represents many things, but we should stick to the basic right now. And third thing you need to see in your hand is your mount of the Venus. You can see it on your screen now where this mount is located. Why mount of the Venus? Because mount of the Venus represents love, beauty, and our love expression toward the society, and how much we are attracted to opposite sex. That's all ruled by Venus. And the fourth thing you need to see in your hand is your mount of the Mars, positive Mars. You can see it on your screen now where this mount is located in your hand. Why mount of the Mars? Because mount of the Mars represents courage and how we react to our resistance. And India and Pakistan, where love marriage is not so common yet, and you need this mount to face the society resistance. In my opinion, God gave us right to choose our life partner, but this is very unfortunate that we are living in the society where society not make our life decisions. And the fifth and the final thing you need to see in your hand is your heart line, and you can see it on your screen now where heartline is located in your hand. Why heartline? Because heartline represents our emotions, our love life, and how we show compassion toward society. And the most important thing, heartline gets its power from mount of the Venus, because mount of the Venus is original significator of love, romance, and beauty. If your mount of Venus is strong, your heartline become automatically stronger in your head. Now let's discuss the combination of love marriage, and the combination I'm going to discuss today applies on both sexes. It doesn't matter if you are male or female. First combination, if you have influence line coming from the mount of the moon and merging into your fate line, and this particular time you also have good marriage line in your hand, and your mount of Venus is fine and well developed. You can see it on your screen now how this combination looks. This combination shows that person will fall in love and will get into love marriage. For the time of the marriage, first you need to see the marriage line, and then you need to see your fate line. When your influence line merge into your fate line, for example, you can see it on your screen now. In this example, marriage will happen at the age of 25 to 26 years. And with this combination, if your fate line become stronger after merge, this combination also show rise after marriage. In most cases, person will become more financially stable after marriage. But if your influence line doesn't merge into your fate line, then it doesn't mean that the person will not have a love marriage. You can see it on your screen now how this combination look. It means that a person will have a love marriage after much struggle. I don't want to discuss who will not have a love marriage. I want you feel secure and safe if you don't have these signs. Second combination is if you have line coming from the mount of the Venus and going towards the mount of the Mars, and at the same time you also have influence line coming towards your fate line. You can see it on your screen now how this combination looks. This sign usually found on those people hands who love marriage within family, and this sign also found on those people hand as well who turn their arranged marriage into love marriage. Let me give you an example here. In India and Pakistan, engagement are most common thing before marriage. In most cases, engagement on average lasts 1 year, and within this time period, and people usually fall in love with that person. I see this combination in many people hands and who turn their arranged marriage into the love marriage. The third combination is if you have chain shape heartline in your hand and your mount of Venus also develop and you have only one strong marriage line. In the meantime, influence line merging into your fate line. You can see it on your screen now how this sign looks. It shows that person will fall in love with someone outside his family. If his mount of Venus well developed, marriage will take place between 23 to 26 years of age. If the person has normal mount of the Venus, then marriage takes place between 28 to 30 years of the age. Now let's discuss some misconception about signs of love marriage in palmistry. Cross on the mount of the Jupiter. In the Moss book, you will find that if the person has a cross on Jupiter mount, it represents a love marriage. But in reality, in most cases, the cross does not show a love marriage. It shows that the person has a visionary mind and the person will be successful in his goals. You can see it on your screen now how this sign looks in your hand. Most of the time, this sign shows that the person will be successful in his life ventures. Star on the mount of the Venus. In some books you will find that if the person has a star on the mount of the Venus, it shows that person will have a love marriage. But in reality, in my experience, I never seen these signs in my practice. But the general rule of the thumb is stars are only considered good on mount of the sun only. If you found star somewhere else on the palm, it shows disaster. But keep in mind that if you don't have these signs, it doesn't mean that you will not get into a love marriage. These are basic combination and signs. I want to see you safe and happy, and I don't want to discuss who will not get a love marriage, because everything changes with the blessing of the God. So always stay happy, and we will discuss the money triangle in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Ali and this is Hal-e-Qismat, and I will catch you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.